Question number 8. With respect to the origin O, the position vectors of the points A, B, C and D are given by OA is equals to 2, 1, 5, OB is equals to 4, minus 1, 1, OC is equals to 1, 1, 2 and OD is equals to 3, 2, 3. First part is show that AB is equals to twice of CD. This question carries 3 marks. So first we will find vector AB, which will be OB minus OA. So OB is given as 4 minus 1, 1 minus, what is OA? OA is 2, 1, 5. It becomes 4 minus 2 is 2, minus 1 is minus 2 and 1 minus 5 is minus 4. This is AB vector. Now we will calculate vector CD. It will be OD minus OC. Vector OD is 3, 2, 3 minus vector OC is 1, 1, 2. So vector CD will become 3 minus 1 will be 2, 2 minus 1 is 1 and 3 minus 2 is 1 again. Now what we have to show that AB is equals to twice of CD. So we'll find modulus of AB, which will be under root 2 square plus minus 2 square plus minus 4 square. 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 16, 24. Or we can write it as 2 under root 6. And CD's modulus will be under root 2 square plus 1 square plus 1 square. 4 plus 1, 5 plus 1, 6. So this means it is clear from here that AB is twice of CD. B part, find the angle between the directions of AB and CD. Let theta be the angle between AB and CD. It will be given by cos theta is equals to AB dot CD upon modulus of AB modulus of CD. What will be AB dot CD? AB is 2 minus 4 dot CD is 2, 1, 1. We'll put their moduli here. Mod of AB is 2 root 6 into mod of CD is root of 6. So theta will become cos inverse 2 into 2, 4 minus 2 minus 4 upon 2 into 6 is 12. It becomes cos inverse minus 1 upon 6, which is 1.7382, or up to 3 significant 1.74 radians. Question number 8C part, show that the line through A and B does not intersect the line through C and D. So first we will find equation of the line through A and B. Say R is equals to Position vector of A point is 215 plus any scalar, say lambda. Now here we will write AB. What is vector AB? 4 minus 2, that is 2. Moreover, in part A we have already calculated what is AB. So it is 4 minus 2, then minus 1 is minus 2, and 1 minus 5 is minus 4. So this is line AB. Find line CD. Position vector of point C is 1, 1, 2 plus scalar, say mu, and CD vector. CD will be 3 minus 1, that is 2, 2 minus 1, 1, and 3 minus 2, 1. So this is line CD. What we have to show that line through A and B does not intersect the line through C and D. For that we need to solve these two equations. So how to solve that? First we will equate this equation and this equation. So from first equation we have 2 plus 2 lambda, 1 minus 2 lambda, 5 minus 4 lambda. Put it equal to 1 plus 2 mu, 1 plus mu, 2 plus mu. It results as 2 plus 2 lambda is equal to 1 plus 2 mu. Second is 1 minus 2 lambda is equal to 1 plus mu. 5 minus 4 lambda is equals to 2 plus mu. So what we'll do, we'll just solve any two relations and get the value of lambda and mu. If that value is not satisfying, that value of lambda and mu is not satisfying the third relation, it means they are not intersecting lines, right? So first solve 1 and 2. From there, this 1 and 1 will be cancelled out. So from here we have mu is equals to minus 2 lambda. Put this value in first. So this is our first relation, this is second, and this one is the third relation. So put this value in first. So from here we will get 2 plus 2 lambda is equals to 1 plus mu is minus 2 lambda. So 2 into minus 2 lambda will become minus 4 lambda. It comes as 6 lambda is equals to minus 1. It means lambda is minus 1 upon 6. This is the value of lambda. And mu is what? Minus 2 lambda. So it means mu will be 1 by 3. Now put these values of lambda and mu in third equation, in third part. Let us see whether these values will satisfy or not. So 5 minus 4, lambda is minus 1 upon 6 is equal to 2 plus mu, 2 plus 1 by 3. So check, it will become 5 plus 2 by 3 is equal to 6 plus 1, 7 by 3. 15 plus is not equal. So it means, as it is not satisfying the third equation, so it means lines AB and CD are not intersecting. This is all about question number 8. Question number 9. Let fx is equals to 7x plus 18 upon 3x plus 2 into x square plus 4. A part is express fx in partial fractions. This question carries 5 marks. and B part, hence find the exact value of this integration. 6 marks. So start with A part. Fx is given as 7x plus 18 upon 3x plus 2 into x square plus 4. This can be expressed as a partial fraction. For 3x plus 2 we'll consider one constant a, and the second expression is a quadratic expression which is not factorizable. So what we'll do, we'll consider one expression bx plus c for x square plus 4. Now there are 2-3 ways to calculate the values of a, b and c. What I prefer to solve for a, just put x is equals to minus 2 by 3 in this expression and in this expression to get the value of a. This is the quick method to get the value of a. So a will be 7 times minus 2 by 3 plus 18 upon minus 2 upon 3 square plus 4. It comes as minus 14 upon 3, 54, 4 upon 9, 14 to 3 upon 40, so that is 3. You can perform this calculation in your calculator only to get that. So now we can take LCM here. So it will become 7x plus 18 is equals to a times x square plus 4 plus 3x plus 2 into bx plus c. Now a we have already calculated, it is 3. 3 times x square plus 4 plus, it will become 3bx square plus 3cx plus 2bx plus 2c. It's an identity, so we can put any value for x. So I'm starting with, say, put x is equals to 0. So it will become 18 is equals to, so when we put x is equals to 0 here, so it is 18 is equals to 3 times x is 0, 4 plus x is 0, 0 here, plus 2c, right? So from here we will get 18 minus 12, that is 6. So c is also 3. So a is 3, c is 3. Now what is left? B. To find b, put any other value, say x is equals to 1 in this expression. So it will become 7 into 1. 7 plus 18, that is 25, is equals to, put x is equals to 1 here. So 3 into 5, 15 plus 3b plus 3c plus 2b plus 2c. 15 minus 25 minus 15 will be 10 is equals to, now it is 3b and 2b, 5b plus 5c. What is b? C. C is 3. So just put c is equals to 3 here. It will become 15, and then 10 minus 15 will be minus 5. So b comes as minus 1. So we got all the 3 values. Now we can express fx as, what is a? A is 3. So it is 3 upon 3x plus 2. Plus, what is b? B is minus 1. So it is minus x plus, what is c? C is 3 upon x square plus 4. This is the answer for part A. We have expressed fx in partial fractions. Question number 9, B part. Hence find the exact value of this integral. So we have already calculated fx as, so I'm just finding its integral. Three upon 3x plus 2 plus x minus 3 upon x square plus 4. Sorry, I think it is 3 minus x. So now we'll divide it into two integrations. First one is 3 constants, so just pull it out. Limits are from 0 to 2. Plus second is 0 to 2, 3 upon x square plus 4 dx, and one more is there, minus x dx upon x square plus 4. Limits are from 0 to 2. For this integration, 3 constant, integral of 1 upon ax plus b is ln ax plus b, so it will become ln 3x plus 2 and divided by this coefficient, that is 1 upon 3, right? So here I'm putting like 1 upon 3 here, and limits are from 0 to 2, plus 3 times. Now integral of 1 upon x square plus a square is 1 upon a tan inverse x upon a. So it is 1 upon a. What is your a? A is 2. Tan inverse x upon 2. Limits are from 0 to 2 only. Minus, for this integration, just put, you can use substitution here. So put x square plus 4 is equals to t. So that will give you for this. So I'm just showing you all the steps how to go with that. So if suppose I'm substituting this as t, x square plus 4 as t, so what will happen to it? It will become dt by dx is equals to 2x, right? So your x dx will become dt upon 2. So half will come here. This is dt upon t, right? So we'll put limits later, or just you can change limits here as well. When your x is 0, t will become 4, and when your x is 2, t will become 8. So this 3 and 3 will get cancelled. We'll put limits later, okay? It will become 3 upon 2, tan inverse x upon 2. Limits are 0 to 2, and here it is minus 1 by 2. What is 1 upon t? It is ln t. Limits are from 4 to 8. Now finally we'll put limits for all. First we'll put upper limit, so it will become 3 into 2, 6 plus 2, 8. ln 8, put 0 minus ln 2. Plus 3 upon 2, put upper limit 2, tan inverse 2 by 2, that is tan inverse 1. So tan inverse 1 is pi by 4. Minus, when you put 0, it will become 0 only. Minus half, upper limit 8, minus lower limit 4. Log x minus log y is ln x upon y, so it will become ln 8 upon 2, that is 4, plus 3 pi upon 8, minus, this is 8 upon 4, that is 2 ln 2, minus half ln 2. So we can write it as, in the power, it will become minus 1 upon root 2, or ln 4 plus ln 1 upon root 2. This you can check. When we shift this power minus half here, it will become 2 raised to minus 1 by 2, which is 1 upon root 2. So this sign will become plus. So this plus 3 pi upon 8. If you look at the question, it says find the exact value of this integration. So we are not going to calculate this, we will just leave it like this. So it is ln x plus ln y, so which is ln xy. So it will become 4 into 1 upon root 2, so which is 2 root 2 plus 3 pi upon 8. So this is your final answer, value of integral 0 to 2 fx dx. That question carries 6 marks. Question number 10. The diagram shows the curve y is equals to root x into cos x for x in between 0 and 3 pi by 2 and its minimum point M where x is equals to a. The shaded region between the curve and the x-axis is R. First part is show that A satisfies the equation tan A is equals to 1 upon 2a. This figure is part of the question. This carries 3 marks. So as it is given that x is equals to a is representing the minimum point, so it's a stationary point. So first of all we will find dy by dx by using this expression. So we have y is equals to under root x times cos x. So we'll differentiate this with respect to x. It will give you dy by dx is equals to, we'll apply product rule here. So root x as it is, derivative of cos x is minus sin x plus cos x as it is into derivative of under root x is 1 upon 2 under root x. Then for stationary points, put dy by dx is equals to 0. It gives you minus under root x sin x plus cos x upon 2 under root x is equals to 0, or shift this root x sin x to right hand side, and then root x and root x will multiply, that will give you 2a, right? So it will become 2a sin x is equals to cos x, which will become tan x is equals to 1 upon 2x. Okay, so this is the result we are getting after putting dy by dx is equals to 0. Now the stationary point is x is equals to a. So at x is equals to a, put x equals to a here, we will get tan a is equals to 1 upon 2a. So this is our first part. What is asked? To show that a satisfies the equation this, tan a is equals to 1 upon 2. So we are getting this, tan a is equals to 1 upon 2. It means a is satisfying this relation. So this is first part. Question number 10, B part. The sequence of values given by the iterative formula an plus 1 is equals to pi plus tan inverse 1 upon 2 an with initial value x1 is equals to 3 converges to a. Use this formula to determine a correct to 2 decimal places. Give the result of each iteration to 4 decimal places. So, iterative formula is given as an plus 1 is equals to pi plus tan inverse 1 upon 2 an. Initial value is given as x1 is equals to 3. So, for n is equals to 1, it will become a2 is equals to pi plus tan inverse 1 upon 2 into a1. a1 is 3 only. Calculate this value with your calculator. So it will become pi plus tan inverse 1 upon 6. 2 into 3. It comes as 3.30674. So up to 4 decimal places it will be 3.3067. Now for n is equals to 2, we'll find A3. So it will become 3.29166 and so on. So up to 4 decimal places it will be 3.2917. Then next will be 3.2923. Next is 3.29230 and so on. And next will be, so now it is fixed, A6 is 3.2923 and so on. So now figures are repeating, so we'll stop our iterative method here only, and it says that converges to A. So it means these all values are converges to 3.293 up to 4 decimal places, and the answer is asked up to 2 decimal places. So the value of A will be 3.29. This will be the answer up to 2 decimal places. Question number 10, C part. Find the volume of the solid obtained when the region R is rotated completely about the x-axis. Give your answer in terms of pi. This question carries 6 marks. So if you look at the graph, this region R, this is rotated about x-axis. So first of all, we need to find coordinates of this point. So as this curve is intersecting with the x-axis at this point, so it means we'll put y is equals to 0 for this point. Now y is under root x cos x. This curve is given. So it is root x cos x is equals to 0. It says x is equals to 0 or cos x is equals to 0. So cos x is equals to 0 means x will be pi by 2. So this point is your pi by 2 0. Okay. So now volume of the solid formed. Is given by 0 to pi by 2 because this region R is rotated. So limit is from 0 to pi by 2 pi y squared dx. This is the formula to find the volume generated by this solid. So y is under root x cos x. It will become x into cos square x. Now for cos square x, we'll use the identity. Cos square x is 1 plus cos 2x upon 2. So replace cos square x by this identity so that volume will become 0 to pi by 2. Pi is constant, so we can pull it out. X into, in place of cos x square, we have 1 plus cos 2x upon 2 dx. So it will be divided into 2 integrations, 0 to pi by 2. So we can take this 2 out. So it will become x dx plus integral 0 to pi by 2 x cos 2x dx. Now This is equals to pi by 2 integral 0 to pi by 2 x dx plus 0 to pi by 2 x cos 2x dx. This is integration by parts, product of two functions. So it will become pi by 2, and we'll put limits in the last only. Okay, so first we need to integrate each and every term present here. So this x will become x square upon 2. So I'm just removing the limits, and in the next step, when we integrated it completely, then we will substitute the limits. So here it's a integration by parts. So you need to decide which function is your first function. So as per ILATE, this is algebraic, so this is first and this is second function, right? So first function as it is into integral of second function minus integral of derivative of first function into integral of second function, and I'm putting limit outside. Okay, first we will integrate and then finally we'll put the limits. X square upon 2 plus x times integral of cos 2x, it is 1 upon 2 sin 2x, minus integral derivative of x will be 1 into half sin 2x dx. Limit is from 0 to pi by 2. X upon 2 sin 2x minus 1 by 2, and integral of sin 2x will be minus half cos 2x. Now integration is done. Now we'll substitute the limit here. So first upper limit is pi by 2. So everywhere in place of x we'll put pi by 2. So it will become pi square upon 8 plus pi by 4 into sine 2x. 2 into pi by 2 will be pi, which will become 0, plus 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is 1 by 4 cos pi, minus, now we'll put lower limit, that is 0. So this will become 0, this will become 0, and plus 1 by 4 cos 0, which will give you 1. So it is pi by 2, this is pi square upon 8, this will become 0, cos pi is minus 1, so it is minus 1 by 4, minus again 1 by 4. Pi square upon 8 minus half, or take LCM, it will be 8, 8 into 2, 16, pi upon 16, pi square minus 4. So final answer, that is volume of the solid obtained, is pi upon 16, pi square minus 4. As it is given in the question that your answer in terms of pi only. So we'll leave like this. So this is all about question paper October-November 3-2. In the next video, you will find question paper 3-1 winter series. I am completing first. So paper 3-1 winter 2020. Keep watching M for Mathematics. Thank you everyone for watching this video.